Hello and welcome to the show. This is Octopus Feast. Tips for survival. Here we go. So you move by just sliding across the screen. And when you approach something, if you have enough capacity, I have 8 capacity right now. If you have enough capacity, you can eat it. If you don't, it just says max capacity. I have 4 capacity right now, I should say. So I increase my catching speed by 5. So I forgot to do something. There's this guy down here, gives you a quest. And it's to capture one of these little yellow guys. And I'll show you something. These guys take up, the turtle is hard to get to because all these guys are in the way. But these guys take up 2 space and give you 4 fish bones, which is your currency in the game. These guys give you 2 fish bones and only take up 1 capacity. These guys over here, the blue ones, take up 2 capacity and give you 7 fish bones, so it's better to go after these guys in the early run. So I'll go back to this guy and drop off the mission. And that little octopus symbol down the bottom left, you can click that whenever you want and level up anywhere you want. Or upgrade, I mean, it's called upgrading. Level up is different. So upgrade, I'm gonna go for stomach capacity. It really helps out early game. So I'm gonna get these blue guys over here. You start out as a pink octopus and you go through the colors over time. You start pink and a little bit indigo, and then you go orange, then you go yellow, and then you go purple, and then you go red. That's not till later in the game. So it's just hunting these guys for a little while. So the little base, or whatever you want to call it, I call it the nest because there's eggs in it. I'm going back to the nest. I'm going to show you a little bit around the area. So there's these here. This is for a quest way later in the game. Build a submarine. I've played this all before. And this is the exchanger. You get seashells later that you can make into 100 fish bones. Then there's a couple of gates for level 2 and level 3. Just to show you around a little bit and explore. So I'm going to upgrade something. I'm going to upgrade stomach capacity again and catching speed. Catching speed is good because if they slip away from you, you know what I mean? It feels kind of crappy. You can go after whatever fish you want if you want to, but these guys give you the better reward overall. They take up less capacity for as amount of fish bones you get. And of course, if you have 1 space left, you can grab one of these guys on your way back. And you go for tentacle length. That helps out too. Especially when you have more than 1 tentacle. After I grab I leveled up. So it opens up the new area. Those are all the kinds of fish you can encounter in the new areas. I kind of show you. The green ones give you a seashell, the green fish thing. And the crabs give you pearls, which are like gems in the game, as in other games. It's like the special currency that you can only spend on certain things you can only get with gems. Stomach capacity. We'll go to the new area. I'm gonna grab these crabs. I'll give you 5 pearls each. If you want to watch ads in the game, this is a good time to collect pearls, because later in the game you'll have all sorts of kinds of ads. You'll have bottle ads and seashell ads, like different kinds of bottles and seashells. So instead of just fish bones and pearls. So if you want to collect some pearls early, I would suggest doing as many ads for pearls as you can and getting them, because they are necessary a little bit for progression in the game, and these guys are the only way you can get them other than quests and events. So they come back every 3 hours and you get 10 of them. So target detected, I got a quest here. I'm full of crab right now. Once you get the maximum amount of quest items, the exclamation points over their heads will go away and you can't get any more. You can't get past how many it costs to finish the mission. Just a useful tip. And this little crab in that little barnacle or whatever you want to call it there, I'm not sure what that is, crustacean or something. He turns into a mouth in the ground later on, and he gives you fish bones for free for upgrading him. It's really useful. I'll explain that a bit more later. Now it can be tricky to catch these guys. I'm pretty good at this. I've never died in combat in this game. And I got to the deep sea once and to orange once. So my capacity is full, so I gotta go back there. Like I said, it'll be like a seashell every once in a while, and bottles that'll come up once you get to level 3. So it is a good idea to I'm gonna go for stomach capacity and swim speed. Kind of level at your leisure. If you're having problem catching this stuff, go for catching capacity and length. Depends on how you feel and how good you are at the game. But you'll get better if you're just starting out. Trust me, you will. And tentacle length, I kind of want to go for right now. But when I want to show you something, like I said, those green fish give you seashells. So you kind of gotta fish around and go from side to side and get out of the way and pick the one with the green to get the seashell. And you gotta let go of the one you're holding. I got him. So I'm gonna take this guy, and even though he's not part of the mission right now, they're actually the last mission in this area. And it's for the yellow ones, not the green one. They have a mermaid's pearl bracelets. And it's 75 of them. It's a big number. So I got the seashell. You can see what they give you above their heads, and you can see what you got below your capacity. I've got 30 fish bones, 1 seashell, and 1 quest item that looks like a compass. Now you just grab whichever one you're closest to. Like I said, it's automatic. You just walk up. See, and that's their, I've got all the quest items for them. I'm going to ask for some of these yellowfish for now. Oh, the greenfish. Greenfish is back. You can turn in a seashell for 100 fish bones. I'm gonna turn this in real quick. So I got a bronze key. There's a door in the first area there that takes you to the deep sea eventually. You gotta take a submarine there, so you gotta build a submarine and get all the keys for that guy, which is pretty much complete every mission in the game up to that point. And then you can unlock that area and go cruising in there. Some things take pearls to level up. Like I said, the only way you can get those pearls is through the crabs and events and stuff like that. So if you want to speed your progress, you really do have to watch pearl ads. It does kind of suck, but it's not that bad. Supports the game, right? Okay, I want this green fish. Okay, I'm going to ignore him for now. Maybe I should wait till I have more tentacles before I go fighting or fishing for this guy. There we go. Oh, I just had him. This is fun. I really like playing this game. Even I'm having trouble doing this, getting this green fish. He just keeps shooting back at the wrong time for me. And they prioritize the yellow fish over him too. Mainly because they're closer, but I think I got him this time. Yeah, I got him. Now they're tricky to hang on to as compared to the yellowfish. They dart around a lot more, they're faster, and they take longer to take in. But you get a seashell from it, which is wicked. And 23 fish bones. I think they all give you 23 fish bones though, even the yellowfish. Now it can be kind of tricky to get these guys. So I gotta collect some water bottles now. They take 20 capacity, so I can't even pick them up right now. And like the fishbone ads are pretty worth it. It's like, I don't know, like 10 minutes worth of gaming sort of worth of fishbones for 30 seconds worth of an ad. So if you get bored of a section, you can just watch ads to go a little bit quicker through it. I'm not going to. I'm going to watch ads for pearls and just take breaks in between videos. I'm going to do all this whole game, the whole way through, videos for it. With all my gameplay except for waiting at base and watching ads for pearls. And maybe bottles, but I'm not sure yet. I really don't want to watch too many ads. It takes away from enjoying the little moments that you can pick up as you level up, like the different ways you fight all the way through. It's really interesting. So if you watch this, you'll have more of an understanding, even if you want to get ahead of when you just go further ahead if you're a little bit ahead of this zone. So I'm having problems catching green fish, so I'm gonna save up for a tentacle. So we'll go through this. So catching speed, swim speed, stomach capacity, tentacle length, tentacle count, health. So I'm gonna save up for tentacle count and get one more tentacle. Actually, first off, I'm gonna increase my stomach capacity so I have higher than 20, because you need 20 stomach capacity to be able to take in these plastic bottle guys. I'll go show you that right now before I go after the green fish again, for the seashell. Oh, I forgot you can at the exchanger you can turn in a seashell for fish bone, so I could have done that earlier. So one of these guys takes up 20 space. So you need at least 20 space to take them in. And you're at the maximum higher than that, or equal to it, and you have to have that much space left to take one of them in. They take up a lot of room, even like late game when you go by, up to like level 5 or 6. They still take up quite a bit of space for what they give you and everything. Like it's like 20 capacity is quite a bit for fish to take up. So you don't always have to take in the bottles every time like this. Go down and cash them in. You can wait till you have them fully loaded because it doesn't take up any capacity space. So just take them back whenever you want or when you have all 10. Unless you're going that way for like the green fish or something like that and getting a seashell. So I'll show you what I mean about the exchange. So now I've got 349 seashells. So I'm going to get my tentacle length, and swim speed, and catching speed. So if you're good at getting the green fish, and it makes it a lot easier with 2 tentacles, it really helps out early game. So I'm going to catch some of these guys real quick. Even though I have 2 tentacles, I'd only be able to take in one of the fish with the plastic bottles. The blue fish right now, we'll call them. The blue fish, with the, or the yellow finned fish, we'll call them. They have yellow fins on them too. But 4 is too many space for me. I only got 18 left, so I can't get one of those bottle fish. So I'm going to level up a bit. Maybe try to get to 40 capacity. And be able to take down 2 of those guys at once. Or take the eat 2 of those guys at once, I should say. And that's what you do. Eat them. Octopus feast is the game. Oh, the green fish is back. So they are a bit harder, but like I said, the seashell. They are useful for other things later, like there's a shrine that you get later, like a red one, where you use seashells, pretty much only seashells until you have to upgrade to the next star level, which changes your the color of your skin to different colors. It goes pink, orange, yellow, purple, red. I never got to red, I got to purple, and then I went, I want to start this over and make videos of it. It's such a fun game. Just for fun. There's no real purpose to it, but a couple extra fish bones. I'm gonna grab some of these guys because I can fit one. I mean 2. So they're like the blue fish from next door when you first start, but they only take up 1 space and they're a lot harder to catch. But they're worth the same amount of fish bones. So as you can see, when I came in on the green fish, or as you could see, when I came on the green fish, it was really easy to grab them this time because I had the second tentacle. And I was just able to grab with the second tentacle to grab them in. So I'm going to go with stomach capacity. I'm going to cash in some of these seashells, the exchanger. And go for stomach capacity again, twice. So now I'm at 35, so pretty soon I'll be able to get 2 of those plastic bottle guys at a time. Oh, green fish. We got the yellow fish and the green fish. I'm gonna go grab a bottle pretty soon after this guy. I don't care about grabbing other than the one with the low meter going down on it, because I can only take 1 in, so I'm not focusing on the other guy right now. So I'm losing them whenever and keeping as close as I can to make it as easy for myself as I can on the one I want to take in. Got him. And I'm going to get some of these pink fish just for fun, because I got extra space before I go back to base. Like I said, you can hold on to those plastic bottles as long as you want. It doesn't take part of your capacity up. So you don't have to return every time and deliver them. If you want to, you can. I did it all the time when I played. Like, I'm getting you your bottles, man. It was fun. It was like college playing for fun, you know what I mean? I have my spiritual pets, my familiars, some would call them, but a lot of people would just call them my magical pets with me, and they use my voice to talk. So if you hear them at any point, they're just a part of my life. But I'll explain this really cool stuff about this game, despite my spirituality, my way of thinking. Okay, I'm going to exchange one more seashell. Like I said, seashells can be used later for some important things. We're going to go for catching speed. And after this, I'm going to increase the capacity to 40. I'm gonna let one go. So for 3 capacity at 23 fish bones, I can fit almost 7 of these guys. So I can fit 6 of these guys. I can fit 6 of these for every one of those, one worth 100. So I actually get more fish bones in total from hunting these guys. That's why I'm using it to increase my capacity. That way I can go up there and grab 2 of them at once when I actually get all the bottles. Trust me, this green fish is tricky. I can fit one more. So I won't worry about the other ones and just go after this one. Looks a lot different. Max capacity. And keep in mind you can upgrade wherever you want. I just tend to do it next to base. So now I have 41 stomach capacity, and go for some tentacle length while I'm over there. And I think I'm going to save up for my next tentacle. It costs 1,000 fish bones. I don't want to catch anything on the way. I could catch something that costs 1 and not be a big deal, but catch anything else, I can't get 2 of these guys at a time. I just did a whole video of this. It took an hour to get through, or to the 3rd level, and explain everything about it and teach a strategy to go further. And then I realized my volume was up too high on the phone and you couldn't really hear me good, so I started a whole new one over. So I know what I'm talking about for this video pretty good. Not better than I did the first time I went through it. I'm comfortable with taking 2 of them at once, so I'm saving up for that tentacle for sure. I'm 646 XP away from the next level. When this gate here opens up and the other one over here on this side. As you level as well, ads are worth more resources. And as you upgrade yourself, ads are worth more resources too. Almost caught that guy, didn't need to. So I'm going to be able to catch 2 of these. And just so it doesn't get monotonous taking down these guys, I'm going to go for the green fish after this one. I bring these guys in and collect some more resources quick to get my extra tentacles. Actually, before I get my resources, I'm going to go for stomach capacity again. Get to 60, so when I have the 3rd arm, I can get 3 of them at once and they fit. I'm going to try for the green fish. He's being tricky. There we go. The first time I played this, I watched a lot of ads. Almost overkilled the ads. Progressed really fast, but I don't know, I wanted to start again to show people my way of playing and teach them strategies and stuff. I think it's a good idea. So I need to upgrade my stomach 2 more times. Hold on here. Hand in the seashell. So I need 454 seashells. I mean fish bones. So for 6 of these, I would get $138. So that's a bit better than getting the plastic bottle guys for leveling up quicker. Even though they got 93 or something like that. How much you can hold in your stomach, I mean. Fishbone content. I get you, green guy. That was a lucky catch right there. It went the right way when I was back into a corner. These ones are fun to catch. I find those blue, yellow finned fish with 20 capacity in the bottles kind of monotonous. I don't know what it is. It just, they fill you up so much. It's like even late game, it's like, whoa, those guys fill you up. You go buy them, you can't stop yourself from devouring them, and they fill up your stomach. You're like, and until like way later, it's a big problem sometimes. It's like you gotta like wait for your gatherer, which is something you get later in the next level if you pay 1,000 fish bones. I think it is quicker to catch the bottle fish than it is quicker or just catch these guys, kinda. So it might actually. Oh, I lost 2 of them there. That sucks. Fail. And if you're having problems keeping track of which fish you're focusing on, if they're a special fish with something like a bottle or a seashell, you can just stare at that symbol and keep close to it, and you'll get them. It's a trick I use sometimes. 200 fish bones for that. It's a lot of balls to collect for 200 fish bones. But I'm an octopus, so I'm doing it. I'm bored. Okay, so stomach capacity one more time. Don't have enough. Turn in one of these seashells. Actually, I'll turn them all. Stomach capacity. Okay, so now I have 64 stomach capacity. And I'm going to save up for my next tentacle. Got him. With these seashells, it makes it really worth getting this fish. I really like them. They're tasty. Okay, I'm gonna grab one more of these guys, so I'm gonna go after those bottlefish. So I think it might be faster to grab them and go back to base than play around with these guys. Only got enough space for one technically, but that's okay. Go after this one, go into the wall or something. I'll take one of these in just about as quick as one of those and get 4 times the value. This game's kind of fun. It's like math and other stuff and hunting. I like it. It doesn't feel like violence to me. It's just like going out and get something to eat for this octopus. This octopus I am. Remember I pointed out the pearls right now? That you're only getting pearl and fishbone ants? It's not always like that. if you want to progress really early and like have a really good advantage, you can do that. So you can level up Nemos, the place with the crab that I said becomes a mouth, because it becomes a fishbone farm. You get lots of fish bones from it. Green fish, you are what's for me. Green fish, thank you for the seashell indeed. Green fish. Okay, I'm not hunting these guys, I forgot. I have just enough for 1 green fish and 3 of these guys, but I can only get 2 of these guys now. I hunted too many of those other fish. That's okay. I'll have enough for my 3rd tentacle when I come back up here. I mean, I'll have my 3rd tentacle when I come up back here. When I go back to base, I'll have enough. And I'm not gonna spend any more of my seashells at the exchanger. I'm gonna save them up for the, what's it called? The altar I was talking about that you can level up through. Green fish, green fish, you are just for me. Green fish, you are tasty as could be. Green fish. I don't want the yellow fish over there, so I'm letting him go. I'll take up all my space and I won't be able to get my green fish. Are you gonna need them? Yeah, I need 9 more. So like I said, I'm saving the seashells now for this altar over here, the red thing with the ball, up in the top left corner by level up. Display. And then I'll go down and grab a green fish as well. As long as I don't grab one of these guys by accident. That starts to happen when you get, because you grab everything automatically, you can't stop yourself from grabbing it, so you like devour stuff you don't mean to sometimes. So I don't want this green yellow guy down there, so I ran away from it, you know what I mean? I want this green guy. He takes up 4, that would have taken up 3 of my space. I'm gonna go for tentacle length. And actually there's lots of chances for seashells later. I'll just level up a bit. What do I want though? Catching speed. And swim speed. Because it was cheap. So I'll show you something that I was talking about. I don't know if I actually walked or swam up to it. Turtles are really good amount of food per space, but it's hard to get those turtles unless you have a bunch of fins, because you only take down little fish around it. It's almost impossible. That's why I didn't grab them early on. So I pointed that out. If you want to get the turtle, it's fun early on to go try to get it, but it's hard. So you gotta be, like, get all the keys for the guy that we got the bronze key for, the one in the second level area. And once you get a submarine as well, you can go in there and there's a little submarine. You can go down to the deep sea where it's boiling, and you have to go away and go to the start area and cool yourself down sometimes. But turtles give you a lot of fish bones, but I don't think there's any turtles that give you seashells or bottles or anything, because later you need colored bottles to level up. Catching speed. See this guy with the keys? Needs to collect all the keys and do all the missions for the submarine to fix it. So I'll try to get my seashell from the green fish a little later, after I get these guys. That way I won't accidentally overfill. One thing that is kind of disappointing about this game is it doesn't save your progress. If you uninstall or transfer phones or anything like that, you'll lose your progress. I found that to be like a big issue with it, because there's like so much that goes into the game, you know what I mean? Like how much time and effort and everything. So it kind of sucks that that's the truth, but it is the case with this game. I just uninstall it to start a new game. That's how I did it before to check if I was able to save my progress before I bought some of the stuff in the game. Because sorry, I have to clear my voice. But there's these skip seashell tickets, like infinite, for 40 bucks or 50 bucks or something like that with taxes and everything. So I was thinking about getting something like that, but it was like, if I can't save my progress or change devices, or always have to keep it on my phone and don't get to start over new and keep my, like, you know what I mean, my no ads kind of thing, I don't really want to get it. But I might, for making these videos. Late game, get free ads or something like that to make it go quicker and show people stuff sooner. But I think I'm going to just play them out with just getting the, what do they call them? The pearls. For the ads, instead of doing anything else. Gain it all through gameplay. So I don't want to touch these yellow fish too much. I might pick one up and lose my green fish with the seashell. Oh, done the bottle quest. I made like 20 times the fish bones that guy gave me from doing the quest that he gave me. We got a quest here. I like fish with scales, hunt them for me. Gotta collect some scales from these big guys. Like I said, that Nemo guy, the crab that I just walk up to, that little barnacle or whatever, becomes a fish food farm. And he helps you level up, or upgrade, I mean. The only thing that levels you up is catching fish. There is ways later on to increase how much experience you get from catching fish, though. I'm gonna go for Tentacle length twice and swim speed. Catching speed. I think I gotta catch 25 of these guys. Get 25 of these scales from him. Don't level up. One offer. Only need 35. So remember, the quest items don't take up capacity. So don't need to bother handing that in. So these are the new fish around. These ones are really hard to catch right now, early on. I don't have enough space for them yet. I'll explain some of these guys. These guys give you seashells. They go pretty quick, and they're hard to catch early on when you get out here. So you kind of leave them alone for a while. But when you can start to catch them, grab them because they give you the seashell every time. And 50 fish bones. The eels are pretty much impossible to catch. These guys are easy to catch, which I'll show you in a bit once I have some more capacity, but you just lure them into this corner because they go away from the way you're facing towards. If you're facing towards them, and they'll just go in this little corner, and you can keep them there for a while and just hang out and pick them up. They're worth a seashell and like 200 and some, or 400 and some fish bones. There's also this place where you can get hunter cubs, which is a guy that goes along like a little octopus kind of dude, and it looks a little bit different than you. He's really small, and he just goes up to certain fish and grabs them. He doesn't fight with anything, nothing attacks him, but he just grabs a fish here and there and brings it back to base. And he usually goes after fish with seashells or bottles on them, so he's pretty useful. And he's only 5 pearls and 400 fish bones. And then there's a gatherer. They come up to you once you have stuff on you, like when you pick something up. They go to you, and then they grab some of it and bring it back to base. And then you get the stuff that they brought back as if you brought it back yourself, and it goes into your inventory already. So you can level up with it and everything else, and then you don't have as much capacity. So it's pretty sweet. And then this is the black market. This is where you can spend your seashells on certain abilities. You got increased speed, which is Aquaman. Cargo is capacity. Fresh meat is health, HP. Iron Fist is catching speed. And greedy is you get higher fish cost from the fish. So the amount you get from a fish will be higher than it normally is. You get that one. So I'm going to go for swim speed, catching speed. Yeah, I got him. So I'll show you what I mean about this shrine. I gotta turn the seashell first. See, now there's ads for seashells, and when you level up again, or there's actually, as soon as you grab a purple bottle from one of these jellyfish over here, something I forgot to tell you about. And this is level up Nemo's fishbone hut to level 3 over there, or upgrade to star 3. These jellyfish, they give you purple bottles. Oh, there is an ad for purple bottles before I picked them up. Okay, so you don't have to pick them up. It's just when you level up to 3 that you get ads for purple bottles. So now it's really not rare to get ads for pearls, but it's nearly not as often as before you get to level 3. I'm going to level up my swim speed. Take advantage of being able to level up from far or wherever. So this is how you catch the really hard to catch fish early game. You just wedge them into a corner. After you level to 5, you can't use this corner, but it's way easier to catch them by then, so you don't really need to worry about it. And you need 2 bottles to get a 4th tentacle, and a seashell, and I think 2,500 fish bones. And you probably should, if you can, keep track of the guys when you wedge them into a corner. So sometimes they do break free. instead of going over your upgrades and stuff like that. But it's all relative to how you're going about. I still do it here and there. But I have lost one before through it. Wasn't a big deal, just started over again. You see what I mean? All the time we're counting out. Kind of cheap, but it's effective. That's how I learned to do it. So I'm going to grab one more of these guys. I have the 2 bottles. Maybe I'll even grab all 3. I'll grab all 3 instead. Actually, before I grab all 3, I'll show you how to... It's the same thing, pretty much, but I'll show you with the lobsters. They're my favorites. I always remember to grab the lobsters. They got seashells and a bunch of fish bones. These jellyfish take a lot of time early game. So now, these guys over here take up 35 space each. You just kind of get one to go this, bring them over here, and just wait again. They don't take as long as a jellyfish. They don't have as many fish bones, but they have a seashell. They take up 35 space, so I can only hold one at a time right now. I got a seashell. See if I can get another one of these jellyfish. Did I lose a jellyfish? Oops. I blow my nose. You always gotta watch it. I thought I would have had it there. Get the jellyfish. I got it. The pink fish are really hard to catch early game. These slender pink fish. I might actually catch one by accident here. Every once in a while we get wedged in the corner with jellyfish. When you sit like this. It's a rare thing. pretty easy to catch the pinkfish this way, but it takes a long time too. I think the jellyfish is bar. I'm gonna have to break him out of this. I have to get that fish away from it. I got that fish away because it will use up my capacity and I won't be able to take in the jellyfish. So I had to get it out of there. Not a big deal. Not enough space for the lobsters. Not even if I was full would I have enough space for the 2 lobsters. So I got 3 purple bottles, seashell, and some fish bones. So the market gives you a free bottle once you bring them back to base. You can get it every 8 hours. I think I might as well save up for the 4th tentacle. Let's go complete this mission first. Grab the green fish. See, now you can level Nemo's place. It's a really good thing to activate it. Pump in a couple. Once you have it upgraded to full, you can get it to 2 stars by paying 50 pearls. I'll collect 75 of these guys. That'll take a while. Max capacity. Increase speed, cargo, and our fist. I'm gonna grab one of these horsies for fun, because I haven't had one for a while. Since the last time I leveled up to this point. Actually, I didn't actually grab one of these guys. I found, I think. Green fish was in the perfect spot. I was so tempted to grab it. I grabbed it. This is the cool thing about Nemo's. I already got set 64 in there. So okay, it's been about an hour, so I'm gonna take a bit of a break and maybe watch a couple ads for pearls while I am taking a break and keep the game open, but I'm going to try to make these videos an hour each so they're easy to get through. And this is level 2 pretty much up, and you collect these guys. And just so you know, the green fish don't give you any bracelets. I know you can't see them over its head, but it still gives you a seashell. And you got to collect 75 of these. So that's the end of the first video. I'll leave you there. And I'm going to go back to base and just sit around and occasionally do an ad for red pearls, because like I said, you can only get those from events and quests, and they're very rare quests, and through these crabs that were here that give you pearls. So since you need them to actually progress in the game and everything, it is better to do some ads for them, but I'm not going to do it while we watch. But I'm not going to do ads for bottles or what's it called? I got my 4th tentacle there. For bottles or fish bones. At least not for quite a long time. Just so you can see the strategies of fighting at the different levels all the way through, instead of you maxing out really quick and being bored with ads on both of our sides. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you liked the video. Have a good one.